Hello everyone, it is Lucy, your favorite niche internet right fashion lady woman person. I'm a K-pop girly. I wouldn't go so far as to describe myself as a stan because I feel like if you're a stan then you have skills that you could like put on a resume. I'm more of just like a fan, just all around. I very much enjoy K-pop, have been listening to it since like 2010, 2011. I was around for when 21 debuted, that was a very exciting time, and also when like EXO did like 1,000 teasers and had like this very in-depth lore, that was also a time. And I like so many different aspects of K-pop, the drama of the MVs, the makeup, and of course, the fashion. So today, we are going to be trying on some K-pop inspired outfits. Clothing that is meant to look exactly like pieces that K-pop idols have worn. Now, I'm not under any disillusion that I'm like similar to any of these K-pop idols. Like, let's just make it clear right from the jump. I just thought it could be fun. I'm interested in Korean fashion in general. I'm interested in K-pop in general. Let's like mush it together. So I had this video idea on my list of video ideas, but funnily enough, Fashion Chingu reached out to me asking me if I would like to try some K-pop clothes. So all the pieces in this video are from Fashion Chingu's website. They kindly offered me some credit to use and buy the pieces like a coupon, but I am not being paid to make this video and they are not getting any approvals on the content of this video. So they will just be seeing it when you see it. When I went on their website, I saw a huge variety of different pieces, all designed to look exactly like a piece that a K-pop idol has worn. And they actually had a filter, which I thought was really cool, so you could filter it between like stage looks, MV looks, talk show appearance looks, as well as like everyday like paparazzi looks. They also even had pieces that were designed to look like the pieces worn on popular K-dramas as well. So maybe a different video down the track, because I also watch some K-dramas. But today we are just wearing K-pop idol inspired clothes, and I specifically have picked pieces from idols that I personally am fans of. And it's a real mix. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work out, but we shall see. But before we get stuck into trying out some Korean fashion, which may or may not work out for me, let's talk about some Korean skincare that definitely did work out for me with a quick word from today's sponsor. Now, if you're not already familiar with Skin 1004, they're an award-winning Korean beauty brand that are vegan, cruelty-free, and they have an emphasis on finding the highest quality Centella Asiatica extract to infuse into their products. Now, I'm sure you know that I'm a little bit of a K-beauty enthusiast, and I recently talked about how much I enjoyed the combination of their oil cleanser and the cleanser in a recent video. So today I want to talk about a couple of other products from their line that I have been testing. And for my skin type, I tend to get pretty dehydrated on the regular, but where I live in Australia, it can get very hot and humid, and it is very unpleasant to use super thick, creamy, rich creams in those months. But then also like I still need the slurpy hydrating goodness. So it often creates a little bit of a dilemma because I want to be like super juicy and hydrated, but I also don't want to feel like sticky. But this soothing cream is like a gel cream texture, and let me tell you, it is delightful. The formula has a soothing combo of Centella Asiatica extract and ceramides, and it just sinks right into the skin without leaving any stickiness or heaviness at all. Then the other product I have been enjoying is this, which is the Centella Hyaluronic Blue Serum, which is from their Hyaluronic line, which all of them have this sort of like beautiful baby blue packaging. And it has, you guessed it, their signature Centella Asiatica extract, as well as hyaluronic acid. This serum in particular has 5 different molecular weights of hyaluronic acid to really effectively hydrate and plump the skin, as well as ceramides, niacinamide, and adenosine to brighten the skin. Also, a quick note for my sensitive skin gals and pals. Skin 1004's products tend to have either none or minimal fragrance in them, but I did just want to mention that this has this really gorgeous, like super light pear and melon scent. It's really subtle and it doesn't really linger or anything like that, but I just wanted to mention it because it's like a really enjoyable part of the user experience. I feel like the more products I test and try from Skin 1004, the more I kind of fall in love with the brand. So I definitely recommend you all to go and just have a little sneaky peek at their range of products. Skin 1004 have their own website, but they are also available on Olive Young, Amazon, YesStyle, Stylevana, and Jolse. I think that's all of them. I will pop some links and information tidbits in the description box below, but a big thank you to Skin 1004 for sponsoring today's video. And let's get right back into the K-pop fashion shenanigans. So this lovely corset slash bustier top that I'm wearing is meant to be like the one that Nayeon wears in the Twice I Can't Stop Me MV. And there are some small differences, like the one Nayeon's wearing has like little zips on it, but in terms of like vibe and like energy, I think we can agree it's pretty similar. This one has like little elastic straps and Nayeon's has clear ones, but you can remove these, so you could swap them out for clear ones or you could not wear them with straps at all. I'm choosing to wear them today because I need the support. Mainly physically, but also maybe like emotionally and spiritually as well for the rest of this video. Now, interestingly, out of all the items in this video, this corset is the only one that I couldn't ID as being like a real piece. So a lot of the time, from what I can tell, K-pop idol groups are dressed by stylists, and so a lot of pieces they're wearing, especially for MVs and stage performances, tend to be like designer pieces, so it's often quite easy to ID. But a lot of fan accounts will have like a picture and show you a picture of the item and say it's the same one, maybe slightly modified, etc, etc. This is the only piece that I could not find, and it seems like fan accounts could also not find where it was from. So people were speculating that it was like custom made or customized, which also is not uncommon per se, but yeah, I couldn't find exactly where this specific one was meant to be from. Now, the size of this bustier I got was a Asian size medium, that's what the website said, which was equivalent to a Australian or US size small, which is typically what I wear. And I would say that sizing is correct. It actually fits quite nicely. And let me scooch closer for a quick second. It's actually like a 4-class bra style, so you can adjust it at the back. And I was actually a little bit dubious about the construction of this piece, it being a bustier style. I was worried it wasn't going to give me a lot of support, but actually on the inside this is completely lined. There is underwire, there's even a little bit of like molding as well. I am not currently wearing any other undergarments with this, and I feel like it's very comfortable and looks quite nice, and I'm surprisingly very pleased with it. Oh, the crystal just came off. Yeah, actually that is a quick note. The crystals are like secured, but not like secured. Just be careful and be delicate with touching it. Like I just kind of brush my fingers against it a few times as I've worn it, and I've had a couple crystals fall off. So I do actually think this would look really cute with like a white shirt, like underneath, like a collared shirt, and this is like a bustier over the top. That's probably how I would style this going forward. And this piece on the Fashion Chingu website was listed at $49.90, which originally I was like, that's a little expensive, but now that I'm wearing it, I think considering how it feels and wears, I think that's actually pretty solid and fair. So that is the first piece. I will not be doing any of the choreography from Can't Stop Me because I don't know it. And then to top off my stunning double denim look, I have this little mini skirt here that is pleated but also has heart-shaped pockets. Heart-shaped pockets, which not gonna lie was kind of the main selling point for me. But this skirt was actually worn by Wendy from Red Velvet, I believe a stage performance. And I was able to identify where this skirt was originally from. It was from a Korean brand called Heart Club, which is under the umbrella of like Mix Mix, which I'm sure some of you might have heard of if you're into Korean fashion. And from what I can tell, Heart Club don't make this skirt anymore, which kind of makes sense as to why Fashion Chingu would have a version of it, because you like can't get the old one anymore. But it's interesting because typically I've noticed that a lot of pieces on the website are clearly duping like either really niche pieces or designer pieces, whereas Heart Club is a little bit more accessible. So if they were like duping stuff that's currently from Heart Club, I don't know about that. I think it's very close to the one that Wendy wears. Not like 100% on, but I think if you're wanting something similar, this is very, very, very similar, which I guess is kind of the point of the website. I think on camera it looks fine, but in terms of practically wearing it, it's a little bit short. It's something that I have to kind of like fiddle with to get it to sit properly. I'm just being honest in that I probably wouldn't wear this day to day. I don't feel like super comfortable in it. But I will say the quality of this piece compared to how impressed I was with the corset in terms of having the lining and the underwire and everything. Like obviously it's a corset, so I'm not expecting this to have like booty underwire or anything. It's a skirt. But I will just say the quality of this skirt doesn't feel amazing. Like the belt loops aren't held on particularly well, and I feel like they could come off after a couple of washes and wears. And one thing I will say is that Fashion Chingu does make it clear that each of the pieces is potentially coming from a different place. So it's not Fashion Chingu's brand and all the pieces are made by them. They're getting the pieces from different factories and then they're all consolidated and shipped to you. So as a result, I think we can expect some varying quality throughout this video, and I think we can see this. Like this I think is actually really solid quality, and this one not so much. I wouldn't recommend this skirt. It was $33.90 I believe, and I got this in a size large. Based on their sizing charts, that would be like again a US or Australian medium, which again pretty accurate to what I would normally get. And I think the sizing is correct, but again it's just maybe not necessarily made to fit my shape, which is fine. That is our first foray into K-pop looks, but let us try on the next one. Okay, is it giving YG princess? You know, with all this talk about nepo babies, is Jennie Kim included in that? I feel like this is one of the most iconic Jennie fashion moments, because this was a look that Jennie wore to the Chanel show. Now you will notice that mine is significantly different, and obviously fair, I am not rich, but I will just take the cardigan off because I actually ordered the matching cardigan because Fashion Chingu had it, but then they actually just sent me 2 of this top. I did mention it to my contact at Fashion Chingu and they apologized, but because obviously I'm just getting like a voucher to do a video, it's a little bit different to a paying customer, so I can't say for certain how that process would have gone. But yeah, just wanted to mention, did try and get the matching cardigan for the look, but I did not get it. So I just have this cardigan, which I will just artfully drape one shoulder off in like a really cool girl. Very cool, I'm very cool, in case you haven't realized. I just think this look is just like the epitome of Jennie's style. It just suits her so well. It's such a cute look, like it's very put together and like kind of girly and princessy, but also very casual with like the jeans. I think it is a fun time. And I guess you're wondering, wow, okay, so we've got the top. How much is the normal Chanel top? It's about $4,000. Obviously it is a designer brand, you are paying for the label and the prestige, but I did actually look into the top and it is a 100% cotton top, and surprise surprise, this top is also a 100% cotton top. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure it is a beautifully made 100% cotton tank top, but it is also $4,000. So just something to think about, just something for your brain to marinate and munch crunch on. really makes you think. But allow me to just cast aside my prop cardigan. As you can see, it's not again exactly the same, but it is very similar, and this one is like $20, and I got it in the size medium, again based on the size chart. It's definitely quite fitted, and I actually got my boyfriend to help button me up because it's like a little button up back, which I don't know what the original one is like, but it was quite difficult to do it on my own, so just a note of caution. If you wanted a version of this top and you did not have a spare $4,000 around to buy one secondhand, then I think this would probably, you know, scratch that itch a little bit. Yeah. So I did something that I thought I might regret, and I think I am regretting it. And you know, I appreciate past me's intentions to pick these pieces, which don't look anywhere near as cool as me as they do on Rosé. I will also now include a little video of me like full length so you can see how the pants look and everything. It's not the best. So these pieces were kind of marketed together as a set, but you purchased each one individually. I think the top part is Adidas and the bottom part is a brand called Bad Blood. And again, like I said, a lot of the time they're kind of duping these very expensive, like hard to get designer pieces. And so I was like, I kind of understand, you know, wanting to get the look of a K-pop idol with a piece that you probably can't get to get the look, you know? But this is a black sports bra from Adidas, which, you know, can be a little bit pricey. And these cargo pants are apparently like $100, which is also not, you know, cheap. But it's been a hot second since I ordered these pieces. And these jogger pants I got in the large size were $68.90. And the sports bra was $25.90. And this half-cut sweatshirt was $41.90. I just feel like you could dupe this more successfully elsewhere, and it would maybe be nicer quality for the dollar amount that you're spending. And to be fair, if I just like took a picture, you know what I mean, if I just posed nicely, you could argue this looks very similar and comparable, and I get that's sort of the point to an extent. I just don't want to like get the look in like a JPEG. I want to like have and feel like I'm in the look, and this doesn't, the top part especially doesn't feel particularly nice. And also, can I just say, this is meant to be a sports bra, and I'm wearing my personal bra underneath this, and I'm not getting any support from this. I could not wear this on its own. It would be flop city. You know what I mean? I'd ask my mammary glands how you like that, like flopping around. They would say not very much actually, I'm very uncomfortable. So not obsessed with this. The pants, however, again, a little out of my comfort zone, not something I would necessarily wear on the day-to-day, but I do think they're actually a lot nicer quality than the top. They have pockets. The zip feels a little cheap, but like they're functioning pockets. Oh, hang on, is it functioning? Okay, okay. I don't think, okay. Well, they have pockets. I don't know if the zip functions. Maybe take a mark off for that. I'm not sure if the real version of these pants is still available, but apparently they're only $100 US, and these were already, you know, quite near that amount. So I'm kind of tempted to just be like, just try and get the real ones, or like any other pair of black cargo pants that you like. They're not heinous. The size chart fits accurately. Like I checked the chart and I'm wearing them. They fit as they said they would. But I would argue that potentially you should want more and deserve better. Let's move on. Okay, wait, this one's kind of good. Okay, yay! So this dress is meant to look like the one that Tzuyu wore at the Lotte Duty Free family concert, I think. And it took me a little bit of digging it, but the one that Tzuyu is wearing is one from a brand that I'm actually quite interested in and have been like kind of looking at online, called Claudie Pierlot. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I am not French. And comparing it with a picture from the brand, it actually looks very, very similar. I will say this is another case where I'm a bit like, about it, because the original dress is somewhere around the $200 to $300 mark, which again isn't inexpensive, but this dress from Fashion Chingu on their website was around 67, something like that. I think buying a version of this secondhand, if it's viable at all, would be probably what I personally would opt for. But I am impressed by how similar it looks to the one that Tzuyi's wearing, even down to the silver metallic buttons. And when I saw this on the website, I just knew I wanted to like test it out, because this is the kind of piece that I really like and that I'm into. I'm into that kind of feminine, girly, preppy fashion, and I thought it would suit me. And I do feel like this piece suits me. Like, it's definitely not perfect, and I'm sure it is not as nice as the real one, which is to be expected for most of these items. But in terms of like how it looks, but also how it feels and wears, I think most people will be pretty happy with this one. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm gonna investigate more into Claudie Pierlot, because this is definitely my vibe. I'm kind of delaying changing out of this because I don't really want to try on the next one because I like this one, but let's move on. Okay, no, because this one is low-key a little bit atrocious. As a picture, this doesn't look bad, but in terms of like quality and actually wearing it, like, no, not good. So for my eagle-eyed K-pop girlies, this is another Nayeon look. This is a look that Nayeon wore when she was promoting Pop. It was like a promotional look. And then again, after I got it, I was looking into where it was from, and this is actually from, I would class it as a small brand. I feel like they've only started to become quite popular recently, but it's a brand called Fancy Club. And this is the corset. It is the Bad Sheep corset, coincidentally also worn by Olivia Rodrigo. So it's a hot item. But as you can see, it's an actual corset with structure. This is a piece of polyester with a zip on it. I am wearing like my, undergarments under this, but if I wasn't wearing them, and even wearing it, I think this has a very high chance of just falling down and showing everything. It's not got any like rubber kind of elastic, which also I don't think I mentioned, but the first corset we tried on had like little rubbery kind of bits to sort of keep it in place as well. The quality of this is not good. It's not. And to its credit, it's only $26, so like, in that respect, I can't be too mad. Maybe it's just me. I wouldn't mind paying more for something that was more similar to the real thing. But again, like, see, I do have like mixed feelings about like dupes and replicas and things like that. And I don't really have a fully like formed opinion on it. I do feel like it's a bit of a grey area, but feel free to chime in down in the comments below. For example, that Chanel top, the people who are buying a dupe of that were probably never going to buy a $4,000 Chanel top, and that's like fine. But then there are things like this, which are copying smaller designers, and other things like those cargo pants that are only like a little bit more to get the real ones, where I'm kind of like, this is all a little, you know what I mean? It's like, And obviously it's a little bit different for me because like, I do this thing here where I talk about fashion and I work with fashion. So I probably have like a different experience and like opinion to other people. But I am understanding of the fact that not everyone has the same means and not everyone has the same desire to spend, a certain amount of money on clothes. It's all a big mess in my brain, and I'm filming this on a Friday and my brain's about to turn off, so. Like, I'm trying to come at it from like a nuanced perspective, which is a bit hard to do on the internet, but point being, I don't like this very much. It looks fine. I should clarify the skirt underneath is just my black skirt. So if you took that away from it, like, I think this skirt is really helping it out a lot to make it like similar, But this is very much giving theatre department with a limited budget, but they would also have to make some major modifications to make it stage ready for the performer, Yeah. Okay, and I left this one till last because I don't know if I can actually get it on over my head. So let's see how that goes. Please help me. Okay, the ponytail is through. Oh my god, oh my god. I think it's happening. Oh my god. Okay, I think we're just gonna do this section like this because I think this is where I'm gonna get to. Believe it or not, I have made several attempts to try this on off camera. I will also now include a little slide to let you know if I was able to successfully get it on at another point. So this was actually another Jennie from Blackpink look because I like the clothes that Jennie wears because they're cute and I think they're cool. So I did some digging into where this picture was from. This is actually just from like an Instagram post that Jennie put up. And I don't think people have been able to ID the dress particularly, but everyone's pretty sure it's Chanel because it's like, it's tweed and it's Jennie. I got this in a size medium, and again, I went by the size chart, and this section is like stretchy, but not stretchy enough, and then this bit is like not. It was a struggle to get my head out. I actually have like stretched this hole out in advance. That sounds not good, but it's true. I stretched the hole in advance. And this one was actually $91.90. which it's been a hot second since I've ordered it, so I kind of like forgot that. In terms of how it just feels as a scarf, like even this section, it's not lined. The other similarly like kind of tweedy looking dress that we tried on before did have like lining and stuff. And I know they're all from different manufacturers, but you know what I mean? Like a little bit more quality consistency might be appreciated. And that one was less expensive and I feel like feels a lot nicer. Just overall, this feels very not nice. Oh, sorry, I lied. There is like a little bit of like a black polyester slip lining, but like the actual fabric is not backed. Keeping in mind the original is Chanel, would be many thousands of dollars more. So like, there's that. I'm happy to accept some fault on this one, but not good. I am gonna now attempt to get my head out of this to finish up. Me going back into the womb like, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, that has, oh my God, that has destroyed my makeup. Okay, I have straightened up as best as I could, but that was me trying on some K-pop inspired fashion items. It was a lot more like hit and miss than I expected. I didn't necessarily go into this with like super high hopes. Like I knew that it was going to be sort of a selection of different pieces from like different suppliers, but some of them were surprisingly nicely well made and like very much resembling real clothes. And in saying that, I just realized that statement is so like the floor is in hell. The clothes resembled real clothes, like, but you know what I mean. I'd love to know what you think. Do you think they resembled anything like the original Idol's looks? Did you think any of them were actually good? Did you think any of them were actually bad? And let me know what other kinds of videos you'd like to see, whether they're maybe K-pop like fashion related or just Korean fashion related in general. Let me know. My ears are yours. Got me into the computer/phone where I will be reading these comments. Another big thank you to this video's sponsor, Skin 1004. The information about them will be in the description box below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!